Hi guys, it's Thomas here from CO2base.com. Welcome to this week's Commitment of Traders review. Today we're going to have a look at the 27th CO2 report of this year, and as usual we're going to start off with the changes in commercials positions, so here we go. As you may see, we have the platinum market on top of our list with a 30% change in commercials positions, roughly the same change size in large speculators. These changes are definitely much greater than average, and of course they can be considered bearish COT change signals. But moving on to a 5-year chart, we can see the extreme situation in the market, which is currently, as you may see, not present. The last major extreme was actually bullish, as you may see, a bullish territory. It's not that clear. There's no big extreme, but basically traders have been at such levels for quite some time during the time when the platinum declined, and now we're moving away from that level. Of course, there's still plenty of space left to reach bearish extreme levels. So on this 5-year chart, you may see that we're more or less in between these two extremes, and basically that's what we can tell. It's only the COT change signal, I would say, that may affect prices in the near term. I wouldn't consider the COT extreme into my trading decision right now. Palladium, our next market, of course, we're expecting a very similar picture over there. Again, bearish COT change signal, larger than average. We had a greater change last week, but as you may see, did not really affect prices. So that's kind of a remark, or something you should, of course, keep in mind. These COT change signals, when there's a trend, the change signals going against the trend don't necessarily affect prices. But here, as you may see, we're still much closer to bullish COT extreme levels, and that of course means that this downtrend that seems to be breaking just right now, as you may see on the chart, will change, and we may enter into a uptrend. And of course, if that happens, we're going to expect commercials to increase their net short positions, and of course large speculators to increase their net long positions. Our next market is the Mexican Peso, where we have a 24% change in commercials positions. You can see the change size over here, larger than average, but you do see greater changes in the past. Again, we're talking about a bearish COT change signal. Moving on to the 5-year chart, you may see that we are moving away from a bullish COT extreme level. We had a few in the past couple of months, and you can see that it didn't really affect the trend, the downtrend that we have in the Mexican Peso. So of course the big question is whether this extreme will push prices higher or not. Let's move on and have a look at large speculators COT extreme. We've got gold and silver on top of our list with all-time COT extremes. Of course, with metals, I warn you, of course, shorting these markets in volatile market environments, of course, it's a risky business, but nevertheless, the extreme is there, and of course, it tells us that never in gold's COT history, or of course in case of silver as well, because we have all-time COT extreme there as well. So in their COT histories, traders have, at least large speculators and commercials, have never been at such extreme levels, meaning large speculators have never been so optimistic about the market. And of course, that is a very significant bearish COT extreme signal. Now, this extreme, of course, may be present in the market for many weeks or even months before we see a reaction from price. But it's it's there for you, and if your trading system tells you there's a good shorting opportunity, it's not bad to know that the CO2 report is backing you with that trade. Let's open silver, but of course we're going to see a very similar picture over there. Maybe some differences, but no, it's quite visible that the extreme is huge. We have had a significant rise in prices, and of course the same applies to silver, what I just explained in gold. Last but not least, we have the Dow Jones where we have 144 report extreme in large speculators positions. Here you go, you can see it here. It's a significant bearish COT extreme. Of course, with indexes, we always have to be a bit more careful with these bearish extremes. You may see that we had significant bearish extremes in the market in the past, and basically the rally did not stop. So nevertheless, it's there, and you may see that we have moved away from a significant bullish extreme when commercials were net long. Large speculators went below the zero line, meaning they became net short, and you can see how well that pinpointed the bottom over here in the market. Okay, that is going to be all for this review. Of course, don't forget that you can look at other COT charts over here. And of course, the page that we're looking at gives you the opportunity to go into a more in-depth and detailed COT analysis. So I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope to see you next week. Have a great weekend. Take care. Goodbye.